Get Jasmine. Wings down out of state. And we have sour cream and butter if you want it for the potato. And you already know. Trying out a new recipe. It's called blue cheese French bread. Pretty much it was a turn on a recipe I saw on Instagram. It's like the loaf of bread, and then you have the cheese, and then you do a hot with some hot sauce, and then kind of supposed to be a play on like hot wings and blue cheese dip. But I don't eat meat, so what I did was I did this really cool celery, scallop, and shrimp mix. Now I'm gonna add the hot sauce and the spice to that, and do some cheese and toast it like that. Make a really cool blue cheese dip. Go along with that, balance that out with a nice little tuna salad, and then maybe some fresh steamed cabbage on the side. Just real, quick, light, hot meal. So let's get started. Let's turn up. Let's take this little shot first. Lord mercy. Alright, so right now I'm already set up. What I did was I took the buns already and I sauteed them in butter. So that way when I bake them, they're still gonna have that moisture, that freshness. It's not gonna be stiff. It's not gonna taste like baked bread. It's gonna already have the butter kind of in the texture. It's really good. Not necessarily the healthiest, but me personally, I use Land O'Lakes, and it's got olive oil, and it's good. And then sometimes if I'm splurging, I go to Benihana and I just cook straight up with the garlic butter. I'm not trying to say anything, but yeah. So right now, this is the mix that I was telling you about that we did, and this is pretty much just celery. I was debating whether to put some onion in here. I didn't. Celery, shrimp, and then the scallops, and then I seasoned it with basic black pepper. This is kind of like a soul seasoning. I put that a little bit on there. Some just natural spices with no salt, and then a little bit of oregano. I try not to use a whole lot of salt. I really like pink Himalayan salt if I can get to it. If not, I really don't make a big deal about it. I also was trying to make a really cool play on a chicken wing. That's why I stuck with the seasoning salt. Alright, so let's get started with how we're going to do this here. I already have the oven preheating at 420, and then we've already started our tuna salad. And this right here is the tuna, the egg that's already been boiled, and some rice vinegar in here. There's 3 cans of tuna. The reason I use rice vinegar, that's going to cut this fishy taste in the tuna, and it's going to just give it real bland and make it real, I guess, formidable to go with the spices or whatever. And this tuna is actually going to be non-dairy, so anybody out here that's like lactose intolerant or trying to not really really deal with milk, they can do that. That tuna salad is pretty good. Alright, so we're going to kind of bounce between both of these recipes, and then as well as probably start our cabbage once this goes in the oven. Like I said, this is already on 200. So right now we have our bread. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this cheese out the fridge. I've got some mozzarella cheese. So what I'm going to do is, because I want this to really be delicious, I'm going to fold this in half just like this in triangles and put it on both ends. So I'm going to get, well, I could always do it like that for full coverage, but I'm really wanting this to look nice, so I'm going to put it on both edges of that just like that, just 2 triangles. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scoop of the mix that I did and pile it on top of here, just like so. Get some shrimp under there. Put some right here. Try and get some scallops. Make that pretty tasty. Just like that, I'm gonna leave that one. And then, see, the roll is pretty soft. It's real neutral. It's pretty formidable. And these were actually on sale at Kroger. They were 94 cents, but a lot of times before I make my purchases, I always go to clearance and see what's on sale, see if I can work with something in there on my recipe versus just, using what it called for. So, I'm gonna fold that cheese in half, just like that. just like that. I know some of y'all are probably thinking, oh, you don't want to put anything on top of the cheese. Well, the shrimp and stuff are kind of in oil, so I feel like that's gonna lubricate the cheese, so don't worry about me. I got this. So I'm gonna take this little pile right here and just grab this. And by the way, I've already greased this pan. I find like a lot of times people cook stuff and they don't grease the pan, and you have a great meal that won't come off the pan, or you know, it messes up. And it just, to me, little things like that are always very important. Try and get like a nice little scoop. And you know, I wash my hands so I can just, you know, place this back up on here like so. Make sure that stays. To me, cooking is amazing because it's like I get to, sometimes I can be a jackass, you know. I don't always say please and thank you. I'm not always the most gracious person. I don't like to wake up on time. Hell, you leave your weed around me, I might just save you a little bit. But to me, cooking is a way for me to show my love and appreciation, how I really feel. So I get in the kitchen and it's my way of being like, hey, I care about you, I love you. The shrimp and the scallops on top. Then I put I just tore a piece of cheddar cheese in half. I'm gonna put it over top of this. Then put the little hot sauce on top of it, so when I pull it out, it's already got the hot sauce kind of baked onto it. And then I'm gonna do the scallions and the cool blue cheese strips and the blue cheese crumbles on the top. They came out a little larger than what I expected, but you know, sometimes I'd rather be too big than too small, you know, shit. But yeah, let me throw these in the oven real quick. This is the point in the moment where, you know, I pray I have a lot of balance. You know, I just use these to stay just like this. $200 right now. I'm gonna take that up to about $250. Now, okay, cool. Fresh broccoli. I cut it off all the way off the crown. Some people like to leave the crown in their food. I always say that's always the last part on the plate. Why put it in the plate then? You know, just I'll eat what I need. You know, shit. Take a little blue cheese. Got a little pepper. That was a lot. Then, you know, a little secret sauce. A little bacon bits in there. Sometimes you gotta use 2 hands shit. A little oil in there. Stir it up real quick. Real classy, like, you know. Tasty. Put that on the side of the plate like that. Grab your napkin.